Hello, hello, and welcome. Hi there, everybody. Welcome to New Thought Media Network's Evening Prayers. Today is February 24th, 2021, and I'm Reverend Lisa, and I am here to share a prayer with you. So welcome, and thank you for joining me this evening. Looks like our Facebooks get a little bit goofed up, but that's all right. We'll just keep going. Hopefully it'll show up. Anyway, thank you so much, and welcome, and thank you for joining me. Tonight, we are here to share a prayer with you. So we will run from 8:15 to 8:30. And I usually start out with a little reading and then go into a prayer and then a couple announcements, and then we'll send you on your way. So thank you for joining me this evening. And what we do during this time is we focus on affirmative prayer. So our idea, I always say, is we take new thought and ancient wisdom, put them together for a beautiful faith and philosophy. And we use affirmative prayer. So when we talk about affirmative prayer, the style of prayer that we use is not begging and pleading or old school where we're just, hoping that somebody's hearing us. We pray from a perspective knowing that we are surrounded by the love and the light of God. God is within us. It is our very breath. We know and recognize that we are connected to that source. So therefore, we can come from an affirmative perspective. When we have clarity and put our thoughts into our prayers, then we know and we can see the prayers answered and prayers manifest. So that is the style that we come from when we talk about affirmative prayers. So welcome everybody out there. Good to see you guys. And I see Suzanne's here. Good evening, Suzanne. Thank you so much for being here. Nice to see you. And good to see everybody. I was off for a few days. I was actually took a little break I'm in Colorado and it's snowing tonight. I was in Arizona for a few days and it was so nice. It was actually just in the mid 70s or less, but we just sat by the pool and just soaked in the sun and it was great. So had a really nice time. Anyway, thank you guys for being here and let us go into our reading. So I like to do a reading from, get up here a little closer, Richer Living. This is a daily guide that I use by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. And they do fabulous writing and reading. We use a lot of what we teach from their perspectives. So this reading is called I Am Intuitive. Intuition is not a product of the intellect, nor is it something which is developed in the process of evolution. It is a thing of itself. That which the intellect in the animal blindly, utteringly, leading it to food, water, and shelter becomes intuition in man. Intuition in man, consciously perceived. Instinct is intuition unconsciously. Intuition is the intellect elevated to the point of self-awareness. I thought that was interesting, the intuition and intellect. So the instinct, let's see, I lost my spot. So they are identical is what he describes about this. Intuition is omniscience acting omnipresently. Therefore, whether or not we believe it, it is present and with us. Today, I know that the presence of the divine mind in me will guide me right. It will set me on a path of right action. It will direct my footsteps, and it will counsel my mind. Today, I am aware that there is a light which dispels ignorance and fear, superstition and doubt, and sets me safe and sane on the pathway of truth. So this is what intuition, they talk about being intuitive and intuition. So there's the intuition and the instinct. So when we think about each of those, the intuition and instinct, we actually have both of those. And what works in your life? Do you feel like you use instinct or intuition? I feel like over the years, I've developed my intuition and I learned how to tap in and really become centered. And it's almost in your gut. I'm putting down in my gut. And you'd feel it in your gut. It's like a sense or a feeling that you get. So I think it's always good to use that intuition and tap into what that is all about. So that is your reading for tonight. So now I would like to move into a prayer. If you guys would like to join me this evening, you're welcome to just sit back. Let's just take a deep breath in. Another deep breath in. For as we breathe in, we know and recognize that we are surrounded by that divine presence, that divine intelligence. As we breathe in, we know and recognize that that is the breath of life. For as we focus into the here and now, focus into this moment, you can feel your heartbeat. Put your hands on your heart if you want. And just feel that presence, to that divine source. For we know and recognize that we are surrounded by this divine source, in and through this divine source as it lives and breathes in our body, mind, and spirit. For as we declare and know that there is a divine intelligence, there is an omnipotent presence that guides, universal presence, divine light, divine wisdom, all operating in and through us right here, right now. That is God's creation. It is right here. We are that beautiful creation. With every breath, we connect ourselves with this divine intelligence. For we know that omniscience operates in and through us right here, right now. So as we know and recognize that there is that intelligence, that divine source, we know that we are connected to it. Therefore, in that, we can affirm in our affirmative prayer that with God, all things are possible. With life, all things are possible. As we tap in and tune in to that divine intelligence, we allow it to radiate in and through our very being, allowing it to permeate our heart, our mind, and our soul right here, right now. We just feel that presence and know that as we tap into our intuition, we tap into that energy, that we can be guided to what it is that we need to do, our next step in life. We are guided by that divine intelligence, that divine wisdom, as we connect ourselves to it. That intuition that we tap into, feel it in your belly, and it will guide you as we take a moment every day. Just you take a moment, you can just sit, put your hand on your heart, put another hand on your belly. If you're not sure what to do, what the next step is for anything that you're going through in your life, any challenges, or just what the next step is, just take a moment and center yourself and tap into that intuition. And that is the divine wisdom that operates in and through us that allows us to move forward. So with any situation, anything that we have going on in our lives, we can tap into this intelligence, this divine wisdom, and know that it will help guide us every step of the way, one step at a time. So we just allow this time to be blessed, knowing that we are surrounded by that loving light and energy, and that it guides us in and through everything that we are going with, in and through our lifetime. Helps us make decisions, make choices. As we take a moment before we make that decision and just tap in to that divine source, that divine wisdom that lives within us. We can step out into our day as we are this evening. We step out into this evening with a conscious mind, a grateful heart, as we settle into ease and grace of this evening, bringing us to a close as we center in, settle in to go to sleep in a few hours. Take this time to nurture and refocus and recenter, and just allow this time to be a time of a blessing as we live in that space, in that breath. So with that, with a grateful heart, I know that I can release this prayer into the hands of God, into the universe, knowing that everything that we desire is right within us, and we can tap into that divine intuition, that intuitive sense, that divine wisdom that we all have inside of us, and allow it to guide us on our paths. So we release this prayer, and together we affirm. And so It is. Always like doing those deep breaths. It really helps, I think. So that is your prayer for the evening. I hope that served you and brought you some love and light. Let's see. We have a lot of things going on today. This is the first month of my Inner Dazzle show. My Igniting Your Inner Dazzle, a dazzling good spiritual conversation. So that's on Wednesdays at 1. So I invite you to check it out next week. I have different topics. This February was the month of love, so we'll be moving into a new topic for March. So definitely join me for that. We're just getting that rolling, and it's been really a fun experience. Also, we have the Jersey Girl. She is on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. She's at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Jersey Girl is great. She gets right to the point and does a beautiful job. So I invite you to check her out. She is really great. I really enjoy her. Also in the mornings, which is really fantastic. Let me find her. The Morning Sip with Reverend Melissa. She is fabulous. I definitely invite you to check her out. And she comes on, actually, she does a little half-hour show after our 8:30 a.m. prayer. You can just hop right on over to her show, and she does a fabulous job. You can learn all kinds of great stuff from her. Let's see. Also, we have, this is Joy is in the Journey. It's Gina. She is a religious science practitioner, and she is on Thursday afternoons at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So I invite you to check her out. She's really doing a great job too with her new show. Of course, we have a lot of other great programs coming up. Check into it. You can look up above in the link, go to our Facebook page, and you can go right in there and check it out, and you can see what's going on for the week, and you can find something that will serve you, because that's what we're here for. So at New Thought Media Network, we are here to support you. We're here to guide you. We have lots of great programs. Couple of things. First of all, I forgot to mention, you can send us a prayer request at prayer@ntmedia.org. I invite you to check that out. Send us a prayer request, prayer@ntmedia.org. And then also, we, of course, are always open to your tithes and gifts at newthoughtmedia.org, and then you click donate. And I love reading this little piece because it really resonates with me. Every gift opens a heavenly door to the giver. Whoever sends blessings shall be abundantly blessed. And that's by Lila Akita, Gifty Akita. Sorry. And she does a great job with that little affirmation for gifts and tithes. So your gifts and tithes support us and bring a lot of support for all of these programs. So thank you for your gifts and your tithes. So you can just go right up above. Their link is up there. You can click on donate and it'll take you right over there. One more thing, just really quick. I have my children's book, which some of you might be familiar with, 4 Fabulous Fairy Tales and Mindful Mini Meditations. And this is a book written by my daughter and I. And there are some beautiful fairy tale stories in there, and some beautiful illustrations. I invite you to check it out. The topics are self-esteem, self-acceptance, compassion, kindness, and unconditional love. So it's some great, beautiful, beautiful messages in here with the little mini meditations. You can go to that. I'm going to just pop this up here. 4 Fabulous Fairy Tales and Mindful Mini Meditations is found on Amazon. So you can go to Amazon and just put the title in for books and it will bring it up. You can also message me on my Facebook page, or you can even do a prayer request if you want to send an email in that, and ask for me, and I can send you a handwritten note in there with an autograph and send you a copy. Anyway, that is about it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a blessed, peaceful evening. I'll look forward to seeing you guys very soon. So peace and blessings. Good evening.